Hey, Councilman Salters here with...
And Councilman Grove.
You said and earlier.
Yeah.
Hey, we're doing our council recap a day late because somebody had a costume contest he had to judge on the Riverwalk real quick. Hey, why don't you tell us a little bit about what happened last night?
Well, last night was the last food truck event of the year. We carried it for about 25 weeks, started in early April and went through last night. Last night was incredible. First of all, we had 3 bands the entire year that we rotated through, Guys and Rosie, Just One More, and Jared and Luke. And everybody knows those 3 talents are incredible here in Vincennes. But we rotated them through, and last night it was our idea, let's bring them all together. And it was one heck of a jam session. These guys had never done that before, but they got up there and just off the cuff, they were absolutely incredible. Then Tanya had the idea, it's Halloween week, let's have a costume competition. And we thought 20, 30 people maybe. We had 60 registrants.
He was getting text the whole council meeting of like, hey, here's 5 more, here's 5 more. And it was kind of funny. He's like, man, I'm going to have to get out of here quick because there's just so many people that are coming. Another great event.
Yeah, it was. It was incredible. Great turnout.
And I think that's one of the great things about Food Trucks on the Wabash. Not just that event, but a lot of the events that you see happen around the city of Vincennes. The best thing about our community is getting to spend time with our community. Just sitting back, enjoying food, just talking with each other, music, and just enjoying being outdoors. I mean, the Riverwalk's one of my favorite places to be. It's just a beautiful area outside. So those are the kind of events that we really want to encourage, that we really want to foster, that we want to see more of, because it's just great. It's just fantastic. And 25 weeks of hundreds, if not thousands of people each week.
There were a couple weeks that we had well over 1,000, 1,500 people down there. And you know, when we first started, I thought we'll maybe carry it for a few weeks, but everybody kept showing up. It was awesome.
Yep.
True community involvement.
So now on to the council business. Last night, salary ordinance.
That's it.
Pretty simple. So this would be pay raises for all city employees.
All city employees.
All city employees would be at 4%, which is great. Ever since Councilman Grove's been on council, and ever since I've been on council, because I've been on 4 years before you, we've been able to give at least 3% raises, and this year we were able to give a 4% raise, which is fantastic. There's really no other city that's doing what we're doing when it comes to these things, and that's something we can kind of pat ourselves on the back with. But I mean, you kind of give a shout out to our department heads. They're able to keep their budgets really in line. That allows us to be able to do these things. We had kind of a lucky, I know this is kind of inside baseball, insurance kind of went down for us as a city, which allowed us to be able to have some extra funds to do things like this. So, I mean, this is just something that we're really glad to be able to provide for our employees.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, we've got to invest in the people that take care of the city, because when they're, enjoying their job and they feel like they've been rewarded, just take a look around. They're going to take a little bit more care of things, and we have great workers. Name every department that we have. Man, there's great things that are happening. Just drive around. I mean, and you're affected by every department. Yeah. One of the things too, there were no pay raises for city council, which is one thing that we voted against every year.
Every year I've been on council.
Yeah, and weird, it wasn't on the salary ordinances this year. I wonder what's different this year compared to the other years.
Well, I think there's an event next week that may have affected that, but the 2 of us have voted against it every year. We've been outvoted.
Yeah.
The last 3 years, but this year it wasn't even on there. So we were happy we didn't have to argue that one.
Yeah, hey, and if that's the way that it's going to stay, I'm happy with that. I'm completely content with that. I think that's a great thing.
Yeah.
So that wasn't on there, and that's basically your salary ordinances, and that's basically all we had on the agenda.
That's all.
So it's pretty simplistic, pretty laid back day. It's one of those awkward meetings because it's the last meeting before the election, but that's how things work. That's how this, I wouldn't say game, but that's how this system works, and it works well. So we'll see you next time. That'll be in November after the election.
After the election.
So there'll be some news, obviously, on what's going on after that. Hey, if you got any questions about the city council, you got any questions just in general about the city, feel free to contact us anytime. You've got us on our pages, you've got our phone numbers, you've got our emails. You know all that though, because we've made sure to make sure that we're out there, and that's something that we do pride ourselves.
Make sure you get out and vote.
Yeah, hey, November 5th, get out there and vote. If you've got a question, this would probably be a good time to ask, hey, I don't know my polling place, or what do I need to bring when I go vote? Bring a form of identification. Driver's license works well. And just go vote. We'd really appreciate your support. but just make sure you go out and vote. That's probably the most important thing that we can ask.
Yep. Hey, let's cover the at-large, because the straight ticket.
Oh, yeah,
If you vote straight ticket, you're only voting for your district representative and the clerk treasurer. So make sure you go to that second page and pick the 2 at-large,
Like me.
candidates. I think Tim and Mark are on that. So yeah, those would be our choices. But you make your own choice, and make sure you pick the at-large candidate.
Yeah, it's a weird state law that went into effect a couple of years ago, and this is the first city election that it's going to affect. So if you do decide to vote a straight ticket, you still have to vote for the at-large candidates, like me.
Yes.
I know I said that before, but just make sure you do that. Make sure you're aware of that. And other than that, have a great election day. We'll be out at the polls and join our. Well, you'll be at one area.
Poll.
You'll be
Yeah,
at the
I'll be
Pace
there
Building
all day.
I'll go to all the 10 locations throughout the day. It's going to be a great day. We're excited, and we can't wait to talk to you then.
Yep.
Have a good one.
See you.